Hey friends, this is the Ms. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and Papa and I just got home from the farmer's market. Success! Got us a nice half bushel of green beans, and Daddy's going to go pick what's keepable in the garden, because they have to be done first. I have a bushel of new potatoes, a half bushel of tomatoes, but I have at least that much in my freezer from my garden, and the garden is still producing. 3 stalks of locally grown celery. Yeah, I'm going to make some chocolate zucchini bread. And we got 6 dozen corn, although you don't really see it here because Daddy's still bringing it in. But this is the late summer, really nice big corn. This is perfect for freezing. Oh, the man himself. Yeah. Holy crap, I thought there were only 2 boxes.
Oh, 3 boxes.
So I'm going to have to trim these stalks off and just the silk and the stalk, and these are all going to go in the freezer. We're canning beans because you wanted to see it. Here's my first batch. This is a 5-gallon pail. I have my lids and my rings. These are the lids that I bought at Lehman's, and they've been washed and rinsed. They're sticking together, but they've been washed and rinsed and are in this bowl. Here is our coarse pickling salt. I always use coarse pickling salt because it's the one salt that has no additives. And I have 2 pressure canners going with the correct amount of water, which is about 3 inches, in the bottom with a couple of ounces of vinegar to keep my jars from clouding. And I have washed, rinsed, and sanitized my jars in my dishwasher. I did it last night, so I'd be ready to go today. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to fill my jar with washed and cut up green and yellow beans to 1 inch from the top. Right there. In goes half a teaspoon of salt. And we'll fill it to 1 inch from the top, or the bottom of the rings, the bottom of the threads. And then debubble. Make sure you get all the air out of your beans. Sometimes it's just a matter of sticking a wooden spoon in. Never use metal, folks, because you can actually do microscopic damage to the jar, which can cause it to break inside your canner. So, try not to, use plastic or wood. Always wipe your rims. And I love this. I saw somebody do this the other day, and I thought, what a neat idea, because you're grabbing them both at once, but you don't have to touch anything. Tighten your jar to fingertip tight, which means as tight as you can get it with your hand without wrenching on it or using a jar tightening machine. And into the canner that goes. We'll do one more just to show that I kind of know what I'm doing. And I want to get these into the canner so that I can go have a swim. Papa's making supper. He's out cooking steak on the barbecue and baked potatoes and corn. And he's doing it outside so that I can get my work done. God bless his heart. Probably too much water in there. Yes, too much. That's not a big deal. I'll just pour it in the next jar. Debubble. Always debubble. Make sure you get all the bubbles out of there. Bubble, bubble. Oh, missed a bean. In it goes. And always wipe your rims so that you get a good seal. Now remember, folks, they're telling us now that we don't need to heat treat our lids because the plastisol is not as strong as it used to be, and really boiling the rings is only for when you're using actual rubber rings. These aren't rubber rings, so you can actually damage the seal if you heat them too much. Into the canner that goes. And we'll be back when the canner's full. Okay, so here's our first canner full. And folks, you may want to, every once in a while, like my canners look pretty rough. But there's certain things you want to maintain. And that's before every use, each year especially, before you use your canners, take these rubber rings out, wash them in hot soapy water and rinse them with hot water. It helps them seal better, and it makes sure you get a good seal every time with your canner. So, our lid is going on, and when this vents a steady stream of steam, I will start timing it for 10 minutes, and then I will put the weight on. Meanwhile, I have another canner to fill. Okay, this canner has been venting a steady stream of steam for 10 minutes. And our little, I don't know if you can see it, our little doodad has popped up. And so now we're going to put our 10-pound weight on this. And as soon as this jiggles, turn your heat slowly down to between medium and maximum and start your timing. Because we're doing pints, it's 20 minutes processing time for pints, 25 minutes for quarts. And I'm just waiting for this one to finish venting, and I will be putting the weight on that one. Now folks, these little things, these little weights can get buildup in them from your water if you have hard water scale, calcium or anything. So every once in a blue moon, drop these in a cup of vinegar water and give them a little scrub just so that you're always getting the correct pressure. Remember, if you live 1,000 feet or more above sea level, check your manufacturer's directions on your canner. You may have to up your weight and lengthen your times, but do check, okay? And there's what it looks like when it jiggles. And as soon as it does that, you turn it down a little bit because you want it to pause in between. And then you start your timer for 20 minutes for pints, 25 minutes for quarts. Okay, these have been now pressure canning for 20 minutes, and I'm just going to shut them off. Now we're just going to let these cool down. I'm sorry for the noise, folks, but I'm eager to get out into the pool. Now we're going to let these cool off naturally. You don't jiggle the weight, you don't immerse it in cold water, and you, for God's sake, do not try and open it until it is cool enough to touch. You know, there's nothing like putting up 42 pints of beans, sweating over them pressure canners, and coming outside to get into your pool and enjoy the peace and quiet of country living. There's 4 of them, and they just never shut up. They just never shut up. Oh yeah, I'm canning chicken this weekend. 42 pints of beans. Not bad. This is the mrsvolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, canning beans and maintaining your canner. Take care, God bless.